Hi there, Björn from Physio Innovation. Today's video is about the neck. So last one I was talking about the back, lower back. So I wanted to show you some examples of what we often encounter during the first part of the season, start up, neck tension. We've all had it, I think, as a cyclist, and it's often common. It comes when you add volume, when you have time to be on your bike outside during spring, and yeah, we need to get accustomed to it. Often it's not a let's say a dangerous pain. It's more of a tension, accumulated tension pain you experience, and you feel it around your trapezius and your neck extensors up here. It's often here where it manifests itself. Obviously, going from the rollers inside during winter, we're looking down often. We're not doing this movement so much when we're training during winter time, unless we have a screen or something. It could be a good training actually, having a screen that imitates the traffic you're looking at whilst you're biking outside. So the positioning that can aggravate a sensation around your neck muscles is often a kind of a round position of your back. So I'll try to replicate the round back like this. So when I have a round back, what's wrong? Could be my saddle, could be my saddle position, could be my saddle height, and many other factors. This round back, what it will do is it will tend to give you much more workload around your neck muscles. So you see, for me to look at the traffic like this, well, I get compressed around my posterior joints in my cervical spine, and I will need quite a lot of workload to hold my head up in this kind of position. Another thing we experience also often going outside, so when we start training harder and also want to be more aerodynamic like this, well, obviously you got more workload coming up here and to hold your head, so to speak. Your head is quite heavy, believe it or not, but it takes quite some effort to actually keep your head in this position. So I always recommend for glasses, if you are a cyclist in flat terrain and you're looking for aerodynamics, you don't want this thing up here that kind of irritates you, so you need to lift your head even further. So you want only glass without the frame. This will give you a little bit more easy, you could say, vision, and you would easier see in front of you. Only lifting your eyes, it will require a little bit less effort of your neck extensors. Other factors that influence your neck well-being is the width of your handlebars and your tops here. So the more you want to go aero, the more narrow you also want to have your bars, even your hoods. And I'll try and show you in another video how you can trick with this to become a little bit more aero. But it does require some sort of anatomical ability, so you don't want too large shoulders in order to do so. And also you need some sort of trainability and training. It could be from core training during winter or whole year round, that gives you the strength to hold your head and hold your shoulders in a narrow position. So if you're a guy like me, trained too much of the upper body, for example, you're a triathlete, often the same category, well, then you actually need to train your neck muscles in order to hold a more narrow position and hide yourself from the wind. Okay, other positions that can manifest in pain or tension, it would obviously be a too low position of the whole front part here with the handlebars, the hoods, compared to your saddle. So a too high drop that could be an aggravating factor for for neck pain that manifests itself. I think a good thing to do at the start of the season would be to count to 10 at least. Try to calm down with changing all sorts of things and running to the physio. Try to see if this pain kind of goes gradually away, and try to look also at your way you're working, your ergonomics during work. Do you have a lot of workload at the same time as you are putting more hours on the bike? Do you have a lot of more than usual computer work? And how do you react with the tension you've kind of accumulated during the training hours here in front of your computer? Are you going into a protection mode like this? Well, then it kind of gives you a little bit of a snowball effect and becomes more and more aggravating and annoying, this tension around your cervical spine and your muscles, trapezius, extensors, etc., etc. So count to 10 and don't change too much. Try and go out and train and try to focus on your hands. I often say this with cyclists. It could be beginners even more trained. Focus on your hands is the first part of your second, you say most important, or third, I would say. You got your feet and your pelvis here, and then you got your hands touching the bike. But if you start cramping up like this around your hoods, around your handlebar, or you're a little bit stressed in traffic and you're really getting tensed up in your underarms, hands on arms, biceps, triceps, etc., then again it requires quite a lot of workload, and you will tense up in the whole muscle chain going up towards your neck as well. And you will also at the same time need to lift your head to look what's going on in traffic, right? So focus on your hands, try to see what can I do to relax actually my underarm, because this will give you a signal also going up in the muscle chain all the way up to your neck to relax. Let the shoulders hang, relax. And it will actually help your breathing as well. So it's a good thing. Play the piano. I often say this. Loose fingers, play the piano. And you'll feel that your underarm kind of loosens up. And then you don't need to work that much with the rest of the muscle chain either. Let your shoulders hang, relax in the shoulders, and here you got a little bit less workload also coming up towards your cervical spine. Again, the position is very important in order to do so. If you are too short in your position, I could try and imitate it here. So a too short position would mean that you potentially got even more weight on your hands, right? Because you can. And this again can give you much more contraction also in your underarms. So this shorter position, I would tend to put my weight here instead of my core, my back muscles primarily actually holding me on the bike. And we talked about the lower back last time. Cyclists in general, trained cyclists, they've actually got a quite trained lower back, because they are used to this. Oh, let me just put it a little bit forward. They're used to holding their body here, right? They're trained to do so. And it's a basic exercise, some basic exercise for your lower back. You should do this all year, actually, just for prevention, also strengthening, and so on and so on. Dynamic, static, everything. Weight lifting would also obviously be a very good thing to add. So you've got the too short position, so I'm pushing it back here, that can give you stress, but you also got the too long position here. So too long position, I'm out flying. Well, that will also kind of move my shoulders up like this, and I would feel the tension coming around my neck again. So these are, I would call it more tensile pain issues, and they can be trained. You can adapt to the position, that's for sure, but you need a good compromise, as I always say. And you would also maybe want, if you have a work with computer static, you maybe want to do some neck exercises, some exercises for your whole upper spine. You can do this in many ways. Small balls with elastics. You can even do it on the bike. Yeah, many exercises to do. So that's it for today. Hope this inspired you. Difficult to cover all the positions that can actually give you this type of pain. But if you got any questions, you're more than welcome to write them to me in the commentary box. Have a good end of the season and a good ride wherever you are. See you in another video.